So I got to ask though, man, how much did you owe?
I ain't even. Oh, and don't get it twisted.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with it, man? We
Yo.
back. We back. We back. This is episode not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not even 5. We back with episode 6 today, man. You know what I'm saying? We back with it, man. So, you know, today gonna be a little different today. How we normally conduct podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Usually, you know, we bring in somebody for y'all to see, you know what I'm saying, give y'all a little insight. But I think since we started, we never got a chance to give y'all an insight of who we are. We reached a full head of steam, man. Everything's happening a lot faster than I would have anticipated. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing thing. It's a blessing to be able to say that. And I'm pretty sure my co-hosts here, they can all attest to the things that, like, it's a lot of hours went into this thought process, getting the right people on, and just kind of staying consistent with posting or whatever the case may be. But yeah, and if you've been tuning in since we first started, we never got to release our initial first episode, like our real first episode. Had a lot of technical difficulties with that episode, but we was able to, you know, tell people who we were, give a little bit about our background, kind of give some testimonies, you know what I'm saying? So with episode 6, that's what I'm gonna get into tonight, you know what I'm saying? We were supposed to have someone on, but some things happen.
Okay.
But we pivot. We always pivot, man, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be true to our podcast name, True Talk, if I didn't keep it real with y'all and let you know. Like, we were supposed to have someone, but we pivot. So that's where we at with episode 6, man. But yeah, man, so, you know, just to reintroduce myself, you know, if you don't know already, I am Eli, you know what I'm saying? Former football player, turned corporate, not just playing, but you know what I'm saying, played college ball, a little pro ball, do a little bit of everything, you know, now self-proclaimed entrepreneur. And I brought a team with me. These guys that I met along the way on my journey, through school, through football, through life. And I let them introduce themselves, you know what I'm saying? But I met, just a little quick introduction, I met John, we call him JJ. Met him my freshman year of college, you know what I'm saying? That's been my dog. We've been locked in ever since.
Last Chance U, y'all.
Yeah, Last Chance U, the real one.
Mine was legit Last Chance U before the Netflix docuseries.
Man.
Crazy work.
Yeah, meeting John though, he was everything that you think of when it come to Maryland and Baltimore. It was John. Blue clue, like
Maryland went wrong. Run it back.
Maryland,
not the same thing.
You see what I'm saying, people?
Like, see, listen. For me, I wasn't, like, somebody asked, "Yo, John, where you from?" I was like, "Oh, I'm from Maryland." Like, when you met me, what I said, I'm from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Not Maryland. It's just, it's not the same.
But yeah, man, like I said, man, he gonna get into it. You feel me? Next up, man, running to my guy Mike B. We met during the 2020 draft. Happened to train together. He played at UGA. We just kind of hit it off, man. We kind of had pretty much, you were looking at two of the guys that was pretty much very similar, just different hometowns. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We cut from the same cloth, literally.
Facts.
And then that brings me to Vic. I met Vic through mutual friends. Instant connecting. You know what I'm saying? That's been my dog. Been locked in ever since. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let them tell a little bit of their story. Whichever one of y'all want to go first.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start them off.
Don't make me pick.
Like Eli said, my name is Mike B. I'm from a small, town outside of Charleston, South Carolina, called Ridgeville. Not really much going on around there, but I mean, it's a family environment. All my family stay around. Got into football, and really, when I started playing football, I didn't really think it would pan out to what it did. Got a chance to go to the University of Georgia, loved it there. Got a chance to go to SEC championships and be able to travel and go to different places, the Rose Bowl, I mean Memphis, Florida, like pretty much you name it. Just being able to be in SEC stadiums was just amazing. I got a chance to, take a shot at the league, and during that process, that's where like he said, I met Eli. It was I'm gonna say it was a fun process because I learned a lot, and I learned a lot of things that I didn't necessarily learn while in college or prior in high school. So it was definitely an eye opener. But I definitely, like I said, got a chance to go with the New England Patriots. Had a little stint with them for a little bit. Unfortunately, couldn't make the whole season, but it is what it is. We live and learn. I'm now a coach, trying to teach back and give back to the youth. I'm also a father, so I try to, spend my time with my son as much as I can, and coach these guys and do what it is. And now we're doing this podcast, and I mean, it's been a blessing so far. It's been a roller coaster effect, and things have really taken off quicker than like what we thought. But it's been a blessing, man.
For sure.
That's right. UGA stand up.
Yeah, right. Them boys in the
Yes,
white will
sir.
say, "Go down."
How
Right.
about them goddamn
Tell us about. So I got a question for you too. So like, what was your prize? I never really got to ask, but so when you was with the Patriots,
Right.
like, how was that experience?
Honestly, bro,
Like from the whole process of, like I said, leaving UGA and then training and get called. You get picked up by them. Like, explain that process.
I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit to high school. For me being a small town, I went to Woodland High School.
Right.
I'm not gonna say we had the worst coaching staff, but my coaching staff was young. Like I'm 27, gonna be 28 this summer. And
Damn.
that's how old my coaches were. That's how old my athletic director, my defensive coordinator, that's how
Oh
old all
wow.
of them were. They came straight out of college and came with us. They were GAs and then came straight to us, the whole coaching staff. They all played together some sorts of way. So it was just like it was definitely a learning process for them and a learning process for me, but I always had that,
Experience.
yeah, yeah. I always had that go get it mentality, and they were like, I mean, hell, they were young coaches. They were like, just go out there and ball, hell. I mean, but it transitioned to me eventually getting a scholarship because of my efforts and what they told me. So getting at UGA, coming from a small town with not really getting the proper coaching, the proper technique, and to getting to UGA, honestly, it was an eye opener. But it's just like I loved it because it made me get out of my shell of being in that small town and whatnot and learning um
Yeah.
being in a different environment and just hell being in front of all those damn large crowds that we had,
Yeah.
and then transitioning to the draft process. The draft process was, I would say, interesting because during my time at UGA, I'm not gonna lie, when I got to college I was 245, and I thought I was gonna play edge. I was defensive end in my head. I had to gain weight quick. I wasn't strong enough. I had shoulder surgery when I first got there. So during that process I was bulking up. And I mean, y'all know like when you get to college, they want you at a certain weight or whatnot. So
Right.
I had to bulk up quick. I literally gained 30 to 40 pounds in the span of like 3 to 4 months. Like that's insane. But me just getting that big, I had to like learn a new technique because it's just like I really had to learn the game of football from a technical standpoint because obviously in college you got to come really with it. Like these kids nowadays really got it good, but I mean it is what it is when
Extra
it comes.
good with that.
Like
Extra good.
especially with the trainers and whatnot, I would say South Carolina wasn't as resourceful with the trainers to get outside training and whatnot that I was getting, especially during the draft process. But shout out to Marcus Howard because he really put me on game with a lot of shit.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Shout out my
as
dog
far as
Marcus.
like real deal ball get off and like doing the pass rush stunts. I had run game on lock. Like I can stop the run all day, but it was really that next step that I learned in the draft process that I like really enjoyed and like what really elevated my mindset going into like getting an opportunity with the Patriots. And as far as with the
Yeah.
Patriots, I'm not gonna lie. Like I went from a coaching change from Mark Richt to Kirby Smart, which was a big change because they was bringing Alabama. stuff to Georgia, which is a good thing because you see the results now.
Right.
But dead ass going to New England with Belichick, I don't know if y'all know, boy, your
The
boys in the league,
Belichick
bro.
way is real.
Oh
The
my
Patriots way
boy.
is real.
Listen, the Patriot way is hella real, boy. Hey, listen, we got there. And I told Eli this. We got there. I'm sitting there doing my workout. Boom, boom, just going through the things. Next thing you know, okay, next time I see you 40 minutes later, we have practice. Bro, we get to practice. I don't know where anything is. I don't know how practice is operated. I don't know what position I'm playing. It's just like, I'm not going to say I didn't know what position I was playing. I just didn't know what we were doing. I get to practice, bro. I'm not gonna lie. For that, a day's practice at New England felt like a damn season at UGA. And I thought the shit that I was doing at UGA was hard. Nah, the New England way is real. Cause you working out and lifting heavy every goddamn day. And then you going out to practice. Oh my God. I don't wish it on anybody. But honestly, getting the opportunity with New England first, if you go anywhere else, you'll realize, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's cake,
Yeah.
but that's why you see folks get paid after they leave New England. Like the Belichick way is real. And that draft class, that 2020 draft class that he brought in, oh, Belichick was ripping us a new one. I ain't gonna cap to you. He said, all you fucking rookies are weak as shit. You need to go to the damn weight room after practice, before practice. Hell, right now, y'all are just weak as shit and blah. Bro, he was ripping us a new one, dead ass. Like, but it was definitely an experience. I understand the Belichick way. So,
Yeah.
like that whole process from high school to now, I just feel like every step I learned something new. Like, I mean, when I got to college, I came in with Tracy Rocker.
Mhm.
He's in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
To Trey Scott. I'm not even gonna lie. Trey Scott's probably one of the best defensive line coaches in the game right now, and he got a track record to prove it. Like now, but dead ass. Like I definitely think I learned like how I was supposed to. So in the position that I'm in now, I definitely feel like that's why I really want to go far with this coaching and this podcast and this platform to help the next generation of kids and whatnot. And hopefully my son,
Right.
if he wants to play ball because of the knowledge that I've learned all this. But it's definitely been a process though. I probably went off
Okay.
track a little bit, but
You good?
No, you're good, man.
you get the picture,
It's
bro.
insightful. You
That
letting
was
the people
beautiful.
know. Now
For sure.
I want to ask this real quick. Mike, were you a 4-star or were you a 5-star? Just for
I
the
was a
people
four
wondering.
star.
Gotcha. For sure.
I was just a 4 star. Honestly, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I didn't realize what that 4 star or 5 star crap meant because I was just playing ball to play ball. Like, I was just going out
Right.
there hitting the person with the ball until I like started getting offers. I got my first offer my sophomore year, but I only play offense at that point. But
Gotcha.
like that should tell you, I didn't really care about it because I was just playing. Like I played
Yeah.
offense. I was the only freshman to play offense, start on varsity, and I was a starting left tackle. So that's what really got notoriety and whatnot for me. And then when I started playing both sides of the ball, I'm sitting there learning a new position on defense, and like I
Mhm.
just got better. So that sophomore year, it was like, But my junior year, my junior year, they always say your junior year is your best year. Like I don't know why, because you really don't give a fuck and you just going out there and balling. But my junior year, like that was it. I mean, that's when I had coaches coming to the damn school every 2 seconds. Honestly, it was annoying because I was a nerd, so I was in class trying to learn some shit.
Yeah.
Knowing South Carolina education really ain't shit, but I was still trying to learn some shit. They was taking you out of class and everything, but it was definitely a fun
So,
process.
so let me ask. I'm gonna go to John. Hearing that. So for those of you that don't know, John actually made the pivot at some point in his collegiate career to go track and field.
Yeah.
Um, and I know you still play. Correct me if I'm wrong. You still played ball like while you was doing track and field, right?
No, actually, bro, I honestly put the cleats down.
Okay, see, I
So
didn't
I
know that.
actually, people don't know. I quit my senior year of college.
You was right there, bro.
Quit, bro. Because here's the
Man.
thing, and I'm glad that I can get this message out. It was a time where I really felt like, obviously, I was way better than a lot of dudes that I played with at Del Val, right?
Mhm.
But honestly, I wasn't bought into the system. And then now thinking, if I would have just got open, caught the ball, scored, I would have played. My thing was I was so focused on my footwork and how the route looked, and I was stepping back and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm making people look crazy in one-on-ones
Mhm.
when they don't really want to see that.
Right.
All they really want you to do is get open, don't get jammed, catch the football, and get some yak or score. You
Facts.
worrying about I'm dancing at the line 6 seconds, 1, 2, and I'm getting into my route. My coach don't like that. It's business. Get open, catch the football, score.
That's facts too.
So
No,
if
for real.
I'm not now, that's what I tell my kids. Just get open, catch the football, score.
No wasted movements, man.
You sitting there, I'm working with, you feel what I'm saying? I'm going to work with Gold Feet Global in Florida. Like I said, I trained with him. Then I'm training with the foot doctor. All them people, I'm like, damn, like,
Good Dr. Doobie.
you know what I mean? I trained with all of them, thinking like the footwork shit was going to get me on the field, and really I just had to keep it simple.
Play ball.
Right.
Play ball.
That's-
Like, I'm
no,
trying to
Sometimes you
go
just
viral.
got to keep the main
Listen,
thing the
I'm going
main thing.
viral with our practice film.
It's crazy.
The film don't lie, but it's like I really could have did that in the games too, but I just wasn't here, right? So now, fast forward, I'm like, listen, I gotta make a decision for myself.
Mhm.
Do I stick it out and play a little bit, or do I put everything in the track and go be a national champion? Right? So I'm like, all right. Right now, how it's looking, I'm already like 5th in the nation in long jump at the time.
Crazy.
Mhm.
That boy got
All
springboards.
D3,
Crazy.
all D. You know what I mean? So then I was second in the school all time farthest long jump. So I'm like, all right, why not? If I really gave it a whole season, it's over. So I did it. I made that decision. Did it hurt that to go into my head coach's office and say, listen, I know I'm probably not gonna play. I mean, that's just what it is. Like,
Right.
I'm just gonna put everything in the track. He respected it. He had no choice but to, because he already knew, all right, he got something to fall back on. A lot of dudes go to college and only get to play one sport, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the table with him when I first, and he brought me in. Listen, I'm coming here to play 2 sports. He straight was like, I don't know.
He like, you good, fam?
I'm here telling
Are
me,
you dead
I'm
ass,
telling
Ed
you,
boy?
I'm playing 2 sports. I'm telling you, I'm playing 2 sports. Running track
Facts.
and I'm playing football. But when it's football time, it's football time. When it's track season, I'm still gonna be here, but I'm gonna also be there too. So he ain't like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
I was gonna say I'm kind of mad. I was sitting there just thinking the other day. I was sitting there watching these throwers throw, like discus and shot put. I'm kind of mad that I didn't really take track more serious and like try to do it while I was at UGA. I
Now,
know it would have probably been tough, but
but
I'm like, bro, I'm pissed because I could have easily been legit if I like because when I was doing it in high school, my shoulder was messed up and I
right,
was still throwing it far. But the only people that were beating me in the state, in our region, in our division, whatever, was the people on my team.
right.
It's crazy.
But
Bro,
see,
like
but you
it's
black
crazy.
on profession, and our coaches instill that fear in us. Like, you only can play football in college. You
Hmm.
can only do one. That is not true. You got 4 years to do whatever the fuck you want, bro. Why you
Yeah.
gonna limit me to just football? If I was a 2 sport athlete in high school and I was dominant in both sports, why are you limiting me to just y'all? I'm not y'all slave. And then the minute that I don't produce for y'all, then I'm no good. So no, all right, bet. I'm gonna be selfish and I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna just put everything in the track. Man, are you dumb? You supposed to do this? You had that, bro. I'm thinking now. I really got the business side figured out of it. It's a business. I'm your slave for now. If I don't do what you want me to do. I'm no good no more. You brought me in to do this. They brought you to Georgia to do what? Go get the quarterback. You stop doing that, what happens? You get replaced.
Yeah.
They brought you there to do what? Go get the quarterback. You don't do that. Oh yeah, it's next man up. See you.
Crazy.
And then I'm supposed to sit here and just be like, all right, twiddle my thumbs. Yeah, next year be my year. Next year be my year. No, you had your chance, and when you get that, you only get one when you at that level. It's not like high school, bro. All of us, we was the man at one point.
That's facts.
You was that guy, Mike. Eli, you was that guy. Vic, you was that guy. You already played. You played in the state of Texas, so imagine being for Baltimore playing like it's, bro. We don't get too many that we run into that's like really like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's real.
when you live in the small towns and you know what I'm saying, you work with this guy and everybody work out, they know, yeah, Eli nice.
That's facts, though.
Nice
It
and
is.
track too. So now, because I gotta, downgrade and give you all you want, but what you gonna do for me?
Right.
Yeah.
The minute I mess up, I'm out of here. You already I'm looking down the road. Oh yeah, all right, watch out.
It
Right?
sounds like your decision to track was already made for you based off of
And I was already
external
still doing it.
factors.
So it wasn't like I had to fall back into it. Like I was still,
Right.
I'm doing both.
Right. So let
Picture that.
me ask you this. See, a lot of people, they don't know unless they look you up, but you actually made it to become a professional track athlete. Walk me through, like, how was that journey? Like, first of all, how do you even become a professional track athlete? I'm just gonna be honest. I really don't know the process behind that.
Facts.
And two other people, so it's three of y'all total, the only ones that I personally know that are pro athletes, but I never known how that process even goes.
So you either one, join a club, or two,
Mhm.
you just enter into USATF, which is United States of America Track and Field Associated meets, right?
Mhm.
So I ended up finding a club in Philadelphia. So, the coach saw me at a meet. He said, "Hey man, what you doing after college?" I said, "Man, I don't know, probably be done." He's like, "No, I got a spot for you." And Greg Moore was my coach, was in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? He been there. Cool, right? So I'm
Right.
like, all right, why not give it a shot? So he ended up putting me in like these, prestigious meets. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, all right, I started getting back into like, all right, now how do I get endorsements?
Mhm.
Well, the team I ran for was sponsored by Adidas. I knew a guy,
Restrict me.
and then I trained with an Olympic long jump coach in Baltimore. He had the plug to Adidas because he was signed to them.
Mm-hmm.
But then he reached out, and then they reached out to me. They came to a meet, right? And then once you get picked up by a brand, you are now considered a professional because they are paying you to now compete. So I was
That's
going to
live right
Georgia.
there.
I was going to Georgia. I was going to Texas. You know what I'm saying? I had a meet in Texas. I got invited to. I went to Atlanta, Georgia Relays. Got invited to that. So, but I was representing Adidas and also More Elite. You
That's
know what I'm
That's
live
saying?
right there.
dope.
So, and then also it's still my own name. So that's what a lot of people don't realize, like with track, which I do
You made
appreciate.
you made it to trials, right?
So I made it to Olympic trials, but
That boy was this close to being able to go for a gold, man.
That's
COVID,
fire, bro.
I did not pursue because of COVID, bro. Like I did not want to get the shot. So I said, listen, who knows? I get that shot, I may not be jumping the same. That's
Let me tell you
mentally how I'm
something,
thinking,
man.
but and it's crazy because I still ended up getting the shot either way.
Yeah.
So it's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Yeah.
So, do I regret it? No. Do I look back? Listen, I made a lot of great connections. And I got to travel, pretty much for free. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like most
You
of the
getting
flights.
paid to do something you love, man. That's always a blessing.
Fell in love. My love was football. And
True.
fast forward, that's why I coach now. Just so I'm giving back. Same way I might coach.
I
Facts.
love that.
I
It's
felt like
funny.
I wasn't done with the game, bro. So that's why I still put the cleats on with the kids still. Like I'm not done with it.
Right.
No, facts. I do the same thing. I be like, boy, let me lace these hoes up so y'all know I still got it. This
It's
how you
funny
go
you
with some
talk about
goddamn bags
the
right here.
Shit, I used to put
it's
equipment on sometimes.
Oh, I got shoulder pads on my
that boy
truck.
was like the rock off a gridiron game. Shit.
Hurdling
Willie
like,
Withers, run me over.
I'm all at one
But
hand. But at the same time, the kids is still, it's a different respect level now.
right.
The
Facts. That's
respect
true.
level. My coach is really strapped up, helmet, shoulder pads, thigh pads, knee pads, everything, and it's practicing with me, bro. You know how different that feel?
Facts.
Your coach really showing you how he wants something done, wants something
Yeah.
executed.
I ain't gonna lie. I had some GAs like that, man. I don't want you to run with me, man. You make it. Yeah, now you gonna make her look bad. You gonna be able to call it out if you ain't trying. Like, nah, bro, go sit down, man.
I ain't
And
gonna
then
lie.
you're accountable.
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
boy. If my high school coach was a strap up, I'm not gonna lie. I probably wouldn't practice. That nigga look like Debo for real.
Oh, well,
And
shit.
hey, he bigger than Swift Daddy. Like my coach, my D line coach, big as shit. No cap, bro.
I mean, yeah, because
Not mine.
South is different.
You know, it's funny though. You brought up the COVID shot. So with us all kind of being in, I think Vic, correct me wrong. You was in the 2020 draft class too, right?
Definitely was.
COVID, yeah. So we might well change the name to the COVID gang. Nah. But when we got up to Denver, bro, we had to test for COVID every day before practice.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, bro, I'm talking all in your nostril, bro. Digging all in your nose. And bro, it was for me at that time, it was like either I do it and pursue my dream of football, or I walk away. Because there was no in between. It's you do it or you walk away. And something I was told during my process, I had an opportunity to go and play in an all-star game. It's FBS All-American Tropical Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys from all type of schools, Power Fives. They only selected though, I think it was only 10 small school guys to be able to go. And I was selected as one of the small school guys to represent playing against all these top-notch guys. And one thing that the guy, his name was Mike, one of the things he said, which always stuck with me even now, he said, opportunities never go away. They just go to other people. And so
That's
keeping that in
facts.
mind, it made me think about it when John was just talking about the opportunities, and then being in Denver, it was just like, okay, if I walk away from this opportunity, it ain't gonna go away. It's just gonna go to that guy that's willing to do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
People that are the position that we were in as athletes. Sometimes I know like we take it for granted. I know I've taken it for granted for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. You don't see it or realize it in the moment, but it happens. Which brings me to Vic. It's funny because John, you know, you was a long jumper, held several records on your way to, you know what I'm saying, to the point of being able to compete for an Olympic gold medal, had that not been a barrier for you. But Vic also, a lot of folks don't know, but he holds a Guinness Book World Record vertical jump to this
Right.
day. Uh
It's different. I don't know nobody that can, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
my boy got a Wikipedia page. I might have made it, not just playing, but my boy got a Wikipedia page, man. So it brings me to Vic, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, if they've been tuning in, sometimes you can be a man of few words, when people don't really know you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But I've known you to be very talkative, outgoing, all type of things. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get into like, how did you get to that point of? First of all, I don't even know how you apply. Who you do call and be like, hey, I need y'all to come check this out. I might break a real record today. First of all, who called that for you? One, two. Give us a backdrop, man. Who is Victor Hubbard, man? For the people that don't know,
Didn't know your last name was.
you feel me? That boy got a famous last name.
A mystery. Nah,
You related to Trouble?
I am not related to Pepper. I wish I was. I'd be like, hey, oh my guy. Try to DM on her. Yeah,
$10.
yeah, I'm about to say, come on, give me a hook. But yeah, bro, I literally what I got the Guinness World Record for was something that we did like very religiously while training for the NFL draft. Uh, so it was a seated box jump, and I like to incorporate that into like people's plyometrics that they do nowadays, just to give you a solid motion on running, technique, like a basis on your explosiveness. So, what I did, like I don't brag on it because like that was something that I was just doing naturally, and like I feel like shoot, everybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? If you really work it and
Right.
truly work that technique. So, um, but yeah, bro, I found out I could go pretty high when I did it, and I was like, you know what? What's the world record? Like, I just got curious, and I saw it. It's like,
Who thinks of that? What's the world record?
who
Like,
say that?
Yeah.
you
I'm gonna just go. What is it? Let me just go ahead.
be like, can you jump? Kinda.
I said, how tall is that? And then I looked it up. I was like, that's like, I be doing that. Like, so I literally didn't tell nobody about it. I had my sister and Bryce there, and I was like, man, look, like, just get it. Like, I reached out to Guinness, and I was like, look, I can break this one. They emailed me back. They was like, we need video proof. We need, like, you showing the ruler, the height, everything. And so we did it, one video, and then I did it, like, easy. And then we did, like, the camera footage wrong, or we thought we did it wrong. So I went and got it. We had to do it again. And then I got that one. But it was clean. I was hyping that moment. So that was real
That's
cool, man.
dope.
Real
So let
cool.
me ask you, you say you went through the NFL draft, you break the Guinness Book World Record. So about your football journey, what was that like? Like what position? Like let the people know like what position did you actually play? What school you went to, you know what I'm saying? Just give a little insight on what led to that moment, you know what I'm saying? How did your draft process go?
Well, I went to Gridiron High School. Like like John said, I was in Texas, you know what I'm saying, where it was popping.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I said I was the guy, and I
I
was
give
that
you
guy in
that.
my school, back when John was, but I was definitely not that guy. I was actually very, I was on B team. I was, Bryce will tell you, bro. Bryce will tell you I was
That
on
boy
B
said I
team.
played ass back.
Look,
You
I
know what
did.
ass back
Look,
is? Get your
get
ass back on the
get
bench.
back on the bench, bro. It was, boy. Look, I was probably the dunce of my school. I was on
Mhm.
JV my junior year. You know how the juniors, what I'm saying, when you really like that, you get put on varsity, bro. I was not
Right.
getting put on varsity, bro, and I was playing wide receiver. I did not want to touch defense at all. Like I was scared to hit for real. Like it was crazy. But I was an athlete, so I was able
Oh.
to, what I'm
It
saying?
might say, "Oh,
Look. It was
My
bad,
heart.
bro. I played D end too.
tournament."
No,
God damn.
I played on the D line. Like I played all the positions, bro. Like and it was crazy, bro. Like my
Mhm.
school is big, so it was just weird. But
Right. All
Yeah.
Texas schools like overpopulated. Like, why y'all got that many motherfuckers that want to play football?
literally, literally, all the Texas schools got an indoor now, bro. It's crazy. It's
Why do y'all
crazy.
got a $1 million stadium? They got stadiums bigger than NFL teams.
We
Facts.
we love it, bro. We love it. Look. As soon as you come out the womb, you getting them shoulder pads on. You look. Yeah, I started playing football when I was like 5 for real. Tackle. It wasn't no
I
flag.
used to watch. What's that show? What's the show? The football show in Texas. It was
Uh,
like a football series.
The
uh,
tykes, the tiny tykes or something like that. The little
Tiny
kids
Titans. I was locked in, tuned in to watch them.
come on now. Come on now.
get
Come on
treated
now.
like high
Look.
school at a young age.
Yes, the young age, the
They be
little
talking about
kids. People be putting money. They be putting money on them little boys. You know what I'm saying? So,
Lounge.
It's like that in Georgia too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, play with AJ Terrell, Douglasville Tiger
oh
Cubs.
yes, bro. Beep beep. Look, clean.
Shout
You
out to
heard of
AJ.
him?
Shout out to
No,
AJ. Westlake's finest, Clemson. Feel me? Atlanta Falcon. Yeah, shout out to AJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
played with my old teammate.
Douglasville Tiger Cubs.
Wow.
That's when I lived in Georgia for a year. I went to factory shows.
Okay. Hey man, shout out to my boy DJ, man. You just told me the other day you be tuning in. Shout out to DJ from Douglasville, man.
Are you from Douglasville?
Yeah, he from Douglasville.
You probably might not know me though. I only lived in Douglasville for a year, bro.
That's where I think Brian lived there. I think Brian from Douglasville.
Brian who?
Brian Herring.
You know what? I think he is from Douglasville. Douglasville, if you don't know, is probably about. It's not Atlanta, but it's like extremely close. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
if you're familiar with the University of West Georgia, it's the first thing if you're coming in on 20 that you're gonna see before you get into the city of Atlanta. Like right before Six Flags, that's Douglasville. So for people that's watching and hearing this, that's what we talking about, man. The Ville, man. Shout out to them boys out there.
W.
But Vic, let me ask you, man. I just want to harp on because some stuff I didn't know. Like honestly, I'm gonna be real. I didn't know that you didn't play varsity your junior year.
Yeah.
So like mentally, did they ever make you feel like you just kind of weren't good enough at football, or did you
All the
always
time.
know you just
All the time.
probably
I
was in the
almost
wrong
quit
position?
football so many times. I almost quit that sport so many times, bro. Like football was more of an emotional roller coaster for me than it should have been. Like that's why I said I didn't even know I was good at football for real till I got to college, and like I had no idea. I had no idea what I could do on the football field till I got to college. So, you know, I wasn't when I got to college,
Cause y'all got about
literally. Well, I mean, even then, bro, it was just a lot of like.
Yeah.
I feel like at my school, a lot of politicking, like a lot of a lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on. You know what I'm saying? And there were times where for sure, and I'll take accountability on times where I could have shown up that like I could have made some real nasty hits. Instead of doing that, I would like back out. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I showed up, and so
Right.
it was weird. You know, like coming in later on, I always ended up being the guy that needed to be depended on. You know what I'm saying? Like when it came to college, and then on from different team to different team, like it was weird. It was weird. So that's what happened when I went to college. I went to a small school uh, called Peru State College. And going from a winning team in Texas to winning all the time, even if I didn't start, one thing I knew for sure is that we was finna win. And so, like, we had that winning mentality.
If you want to win, put Vic in.
Bro, it was like, come on, bro. Like, everything was like dubs, dubs, dubs. And then I go to Nebraska where people think, they really like that because they in college or, they're in this small town. And then I go up there and I'm showing, bro, I'm really showing people what like Texas football is about. Like we do this regularly, and
Right.
it was weird, bro. It was weird. Like seeing how serious people took the sport in other states, and knowing how serious we took it in Texas. And so going from a winning team to a losing team, that was just another like culture shock for me. Like, all right, bro, you went from a big ass Texas high school to now you at one of the smallest colleges in America with people that could care less about football, gonna drink a beer and kick it up after we, lose. You feel me? Like
that's
dudes on
crazy.
the team saying the N word about their teammates, calling their teammate like I'm talking dudes right next to them, hard R's, like it was crazy.
Boy, you good,
Yeah.
my boy?
You
Oh
sound
yeah,
like
no,
something off of Blue Mountain State, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap to you. It sound like you in a situation of get out. More like get the
No, real
fuck
talk.
out. Cause what
it
the
was
hell?
crazy. It
Right.
was crazy, bro. And then I got to college. It was a culture shock, but I still tried to party. I flunked out my freshman year because I was, doing too much. Like it was crazy.
What was your crazy? What was your craziest college story? Everybody got to share.
Ooh.
I
Ooh,
got one at the top. Everybody.
ooh,
I got one. I
ooh.
got one.
Okay, go, yeah.
I got one.
And let me go first and then see if this one top was.
Okay, go.
Okay.
I was a mailman on campus.
This
This is how
already starting out crazy.
this,
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, this how me and Tavon really locked in. It's a mailman. And I used to be on FaceTime all the time, right? So I would drop the mail off all around, like every department, registrar's office, all the adjunct teachers, everything, you name it, financial aid, everything. So I'm on the phone, right? Me and Tavon, we FaceTiming. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say we was geeking. That's a Baltimore term, meaning like we was like joking around, right? So we on the phone. So he's like, bro, I'm like, I gotta get some gas. Right? So I had a gas card. Had a pen, had a code, everything. Now, mind you, I'm staying on campus during the summer. Like work over the summer, still work out, learn a playbook.
Mm-hmm.
I had my card there. I'm finessing, right? So now I'm like, yo, I'm driving from Philly back to where I live at. I gotta fill my shit up.
You ain't got the card.
So you don't think I grabbed that gas card and was filling my shit up? Watch this. I'm filling it up. I'm filling it up. Boom. I can make some money off of this. I'm putting up a post. Anybody need gas? Kind of dorm so and so. I ain't gonna put it out there because that's too federal, and I ain't gonna. Yeah, this is over with. I can say this story though. It's over with.
Yeah.
I'm this dorm so and so. So you got the gas plug, nigga? I'm the gas plug.
Bro, what is wrong with
How much gas you need? Man, I'm on almost E. I said, where you going tonight? Man, I'm trying to go home. You know, I got teammates that live in Boston and all types of shit up. No, okay, give me $20. I will fill you up. $20 will fill me, bro. If you almost give me 20, you wanna know why I'm doing that? Because now he gonna go tell so and so, yo, you know John Jones will fill your tank up for $20 all the way. And then if you want to have a tank, just give me 10.
what? Stop.
Clientele, boom. Now I'm like, yo, Johnny, yo, come on. Now, mind you, me not thinking, my head ain't even in the game. It's a big ass camera sitting over top of where I go.
The
This how I
neighbors
get,
think I'm selling dope.
No.
this how
No.
I get caught. I'm going to do the route, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Think I didn't get, you think my boss says, hey, John, the public safety said they wanted to have a word with you after you're done. So yeah, clock out and then go ahead and head over and go see what they need. Public safety want to see me for what? I get in there. You don't think I open that door, bro? You got the head of public safety. You got two campus safety officers sitting at the round table. They got a paper on the right side, people on the left.
They had thousands of dollars in gasoline.
What you think the paper on the left was?
The receipt.
That's that receipt, brother.
The receipt. Then guess what the shit on the right was?
Yo, firing
Transactions.
Pictures of me looking dumb as shit with the gas shit in my hand like this, looking. He got 8. It's a stack of 8 papers, bro, of me all looking dumb as shit on camera, different outfits, different whips that's pulling up. I'm filling up.
That boy John ran it off on BP.
Boy, this ain't.
So then they got every transaction of gas that I was getting. Mr. Jones, so how you doing this afternoon? You know, they're gonna butter you up, gonna make it say, hey, so how's the football team doing?
They don't care.
Yo, what?
They don't care.
Like, what's going on? What's going on? What do y'all need? So could you explain to us what you've been doing with the gas card? I said, I just been filling it up what? Okay. They're like, so you haven't been using it for your own personal use? I said, absolutely not. Why would I do that? I love this. What? Why would I do that and jeopardize my job? Mr. Jones, can you please Be truthful here. With all due respect, I'm being truthful. Okay, so who's this?
I'd have said,
Bro,
it looked like my cousin Clarence.
it was so quiet in there, bro. You can hear a mouse fart, bro.
Oh my god.
That's how quiet it was. Damn, that's me. I'm dumb as shit on a thing like this.
Man.
They're like, so sir, who's that? I'm like, damn, that's me. That's me. So how do you plan to repay all this back, Mr. Jones?
I quit right now.
I said, I'm gonna figure it out, yo. Okay, we hope so. He said, if you don't, you will not be walking across the stage.
Damn. Damn.
Okay. Dean of students straight called me. John, get the fuck to my office now. I said, all right, here we go. Get up there. He's like, what the fuck were you thinking to do that, man? Then you know my head coach found out on the football team and made an example out of me in a meeting. Listen, this is who you don't want to be like here. This guy. Yeah, if you need gas, man, if it get that hard, listen, call me. I'm like, this is really trying to get you out of me, bro.
Hey, them coaches be wilding, bro.
Yeah, that was
man.
crazy.
I had to write a whole appeal letter. Bro, I wrote an appeal letter to my university, stating how sorry it was. And did some community service. And then I was cleaning up cow shit. Because, you know, I went to agricultural school, bro.
Bro,
So,
where the fuck?
He was in Nebraska. He was in Nebraska, bro.
That nigga was out there in the cornfields.
I was flipping hay and shit, putting hay all like this, carrying shit.
So,
Milking
John, boy, you
cow.
got to dress up as a scarecrow out there to pay their back.
Hey, dead ass. I can't
All that.
imagine.
I'm
I
fucking
can't
like,
So I got to ask, though, man, how much did you owe?
I ain't even. Oh, and don't get it twisted. The females think that was coming from so and so. Oh yeah, you need the gas. You think I wasn't filling that shit up?
Yo,
I already know it.
I ain't gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah, this guy taking me out on a date and he filling my gas tank up. Yeah.
I need.
Oh
I
yeah,
need
you
to know
was
his number, bro.
you was the man. You was the man. You was the man.
You don't think I was?
He was. He was doing
He
it.
was nuking that.
Yeah, I was about
Campus
to say
was
he was doing
jumping.
the thing.
No, I had clientele. That was the closest
That
thing
boy
to
was
say.
out there like Tyreek and Braden off of Power.
Gas
Good.
plug. Got him.
Man, let
10
me
for
tell you,
everything, 20 for a fool.
I got 2 college stories I would consider craziest college experiences I've ever had. One was my own personal. 2, I was a witness to it. The first one, my own, is at my university, my 4th year. It's the summer, going into not even the summer, it was the spring, going into my senior season. At this point, like, I'm making headways, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty evident, like, I'm one of the guys that may be able to get opportunities at the next level. You know me, like, when you get locked in, it's like, all right, man, I ain't gonna do nothing to get in trouble. Like, I got a chance to go to the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me lock in. Let me lose the weight. Let me focus on get my skill, all this, that. Well, that whole spring semester, you know, if anybody that don't know, you get host. That's the time you get. And what I mean by host, those are guys that are in high school that are coming up to visit your school for an official visit. And you kind of just show them around. So I was getting selected to host every week. And it was like clockwork. Coach, and hey, listen, I don't know about y'all school. I'm pretty sure they did it at my school. Oh, the coach slides you a little bread. You get the itinerary money for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we was at Lane. We should get the what's the name money? The travel money.
Oh yeah. Well, we get that when you hosting somebody and then some, a little something for your troubles, a little something for them. Unless the guy, I used to always, man, some of them boys, if I knew they weren't gonna come, man, ain't much to do around here. That go to bed, I'm pocketing all that. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, but this one particular day, I had like four guys with me but 2 in particular, like they was like official. Like throughout the day, they had some unofficial guys come through, and then it was 2 official guys that I had to host. And there was this huge party going on in Oklahoma and near Tulsa, like huge, like flyers been going on for weeks. So we like, oh, we know where to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm a college student. Like everybody party in college. I don't care who you is. You might not party a lot, but everybody gonna go out once in a blue moon. And because I was a host, I had to go out. Like you had to do something to try to get guys there. So we go to this house party. It's like, man, it seemed like the whole state of Oklahoma was there at this house party. It's on the land, like they had like 10 acres. It was just crazy. We get there, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the high school guys. I'm keeping it real, like authentic. I can say his name. He ended up going to there. His name's Zion, man. Shout out to Z. So I'm hosting Z. We walking through the party. Mind you, my whole team is there. Literally, I was even seeing people I ain't never seen go out. Whole team in there. And when I get in there, I hear so and so got into it with somebody. I'm like, who? They said a name. I'm like, that's my dog. Like, nah, we gotta leave. I got hosts. I go over to him. I'm like, hey, bro, just let them go. They're like, nah, he talking to him. He yada yada. He flashed a gun at me. I'm like, bro, all right, now we gotta leave. Now it's about a good 100 of us in there. I'm talking when I say the whole team, red shirts included. Like we deep in this party. So I find my 2 guys that I'm hosting. We go outside to walk. Like the way I'm parked, you go out the door. My car's at the top right there because I'm like, if police come or somebody shut the party down, I'm one of the first one to get up out of there.
Right. Smart.
That's college 101. If you guys listening, always park near the exit. But so we walking. And as we walking out, I look behind us again. It's one of the guys that's trying to fight. That's my teammate. I'm like, Rock, calm down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just let them ride. Let go. Like we got more to lose. These are like locals. We don't know these boys. Like you know what I'm saying? And some kind of way that entourage that was trying to fight my teammates got in front of us. It's my car, the group of dudes, me and Zion, and then my other teammates right behind us. And I reach out. And I mean, I ain't no huge guy, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty stout guy, you know what I'm saying? And I just kind of reached out, I was like, hey, bro, like, chill. I did just like, hey, bro, just chill, you know. We just trying to leave, bro. We just trying to leave. He flashed his gun. I ain't hearing none of that. I like, bro, I ain't scared. You feel me? But like, fam, let's go. Let's go. I said, oh, look, y'all got it, bro. We trying to go. I turn my head, look at Z like, bro, come on, bro, let's go. I turn back around, beer bottle. Hit me in the top of the head. Shattered. Before I knew it, I defended myself. I'm not a violent person, people. I'll just throw that out there. I'm not a violent person, but I defended myself. I hit that brother with some NyQuil, and then I got out of there.
Yeah.
Bro.
Not the NyQuil.
Bro, let me tell you. So the next day, it was a Saturday night. The next day, Sunday, we go in, we have mandatory, like, if you got, like, taping, go to the training room, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much just prepare your body for the week coming up. I go in the training room, trainer doing taping, but, like, everybody kind of looking at me. I'm like, what looking at me for? I ain't told a soul. I ain't told nobody I didn't hit this man. This man hit me with a bottle. I ain't told nobody nothing. My host, he don't know nothing. I took him back to his hotel room, and some of the basketball girls walk in, and one girl in particular, her name's Tree.
Right,
Really?
he
Bro,
said
her
that like
name's
Alicia
Tree.
Keys.
She come up.
We got weekend knees. We were saying that.
Tree. You know what I'm saying? Tree go the other way. You know what I'm saying? She cool. She's a hooper though. But Tree coming up, she's like, Eli, man, can't believe you knocked that boy out. He's like, I don't know why nobody mess with you. I wouldn't even mess with you. I'm like, huh? I rose up out the table. Hold on. Abby, stop your taping right quick. What you say, Tree? Yeah. Oh, yeah, everybody talking about, that wasn't me. That wasn't Hey, I'm to my immediate panic. I'm like, oh, that wasn't me. Because the first thing I'm thinking of, if this get out, bro, it's going to be a bad look. And I'm trying to go to the league, it's going to be a bad look. So I go to my head coach at the time. Later on, probably like 2 hours later, he come up to the facility. We had a little walkthrough in the indoor. So I walk up to him, trying to be like the captain, little leader, you know. I walk up to him like, hey, coach, I need to talk to you, you know what I'm saying? No, after I was smart with it though. I waited till after practice. You know what I'm saying? I don't finna tell that man you finna make me do no extra run, none of that. So I talk to him. I come up to him. I like, Coach, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got into a little scuffle. I was self defense. This guy hit me with a beer bottle. I was like, I just want to let you know now before it ever get, if anything get back to you, you hearing it from me first. I'm a firm believer is if you hear something from social media or other people, it's always gonna seem worse. So I let him know. Blase, like, boom, this is what happened. I did have a host. I don't know how it go. I haven't talked to him since. My head coach he's like, man, are you bullshitting me right now? I was like, nah, man. I'm like, I'm serious, coach. He's like, well, how the other guy look? I was like, this my dog. Like, this my dog. But I told him, man. So he like, okay, man. We'll, if I hear anything, we'll keep it on the wraps. He said, just don't go looking for any trouble, man. I understand colleges, everybody's gonna go out, yada yada. It comes back again. Zion parents call that same day as they doing like their second tour of the school before they head home. They little last minute thing of recruitment. I come up to him. I'm like, sorry about last night, bro. Like I hate, saying, had to see stuff like that. But it is a good school. That boy say, oh, hell yeah, man. I'm coming here off of that alone, bro. That's some real like just going in. I'm like, oh, this dude for real. Hey man, so shout out to Z, man. You know what I'm saying? He seen somebody get some NyQuil and just committed to the school, man. He ended up coming. And my second story goes back to my freshman year. I had a defensive lineman get into it with a position coach at my school. I think John remembers.
Me?
He is the dread-headed defensive lineman we had. I'm not gonna list no names because this story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was cop diesel swole, like huge, bro. He get into it with a position coach. So much to the point where they about to fight. Like real life, like throw hands. And then it transcends from throwing hands to, oh, I got something in the locker room waiting on you. So I'm looking around like, I hope he just talking about fine. like, bro, we go in the locker room, Buddy is holding it. Y'all ever seen that movie with Tupac and old bud when they was on the basketball court and when he holding that bag like that and he about to go up that strap? Kid you not, bro. Defensive lineman from my school recreated that exact scene. We walk in the locker room. First of all, he left practice early to go in the locker room. One of the other guys walked in there to try to help calm him down because he said, I got something for you.
That's so scary.
Bro, we go in the locker room, bro. We go in the locker room. Found right here. Like, nah, tell him, come on with it. I'm waiting on him. I'm like, brother, did you bring a strap to practice? Like, bro, was real deal finna off a position coach off the strength of arguing about football. It was that point then I knew I was leaving. I ain't coming back.
That's how serious it is.
I'm not gonna say no names, but I done had that happen at my school too before. I'm not even gonna lie. Not
at Georgia
capacity. Not of that capacity, but a player getting into it with a coach to where it was like we didn't know what was gonna happen.
I'm finna slide up over here though, y'all.
Oh yeah, John got to take care of some business that people didn't know about. But I appreciate you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
All right, John.
We'll resume with you next episode.
Yes, sir.
Put it down.
So
that.
But speaking of your school, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I heard some stories about a guy who I'm not gonna say no names. I'm gonna see how can I best explain this, and people could do what they want with this information. Now I was a witness. I was there as a recruit with somebody else. There was a guy that ended up leaving. He goes to Auburn. He goes viral about trying to tackle Fournette. That's as far as I'm gonna go. But I heard he got some NyQuil from a certain linebacker over a woman in the locker room.
Oh.
Or I heard it was about a woman. I watched it happen in real time, but I heard it was about a woman.
It probably was. I heard that story too, and I think that was a little bit before I got there.
Yeah, I was a recruit going there with my boy KB and Caleb, man. So I never knew why. I wondered why later on, and they said that was because of a female, and that certain person tried to mess with the linebacker's girl, and he got some NyQuil.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You just don't do that, bro.
Yeah, I've heard of quite a few stories that fighting at that institution. We've had a fight at NSU, man. A certain receiver. All my guys at NSU that's gonna see this. Certain receiver. I still got that video. You know, I'm big on you don't leak those videos though, man. You just keep them memory
Yeah.
sake. You don't supposed to let those hit the net. But there was a receiver and a DB that the trash talking went so far that it was like after practice we're throwing hands.
Mm-hmm.
And any athlete, especially male athletes, can attest that like sometimes you just gotta get it out your system. You just gotta be win, lose, or draw. You gotta get it out your system because you're gonna get respect
Yeah.
regardless. And ain't nobody. The one thing I like about it though, in football or athletics, you ain't gonna get jumped. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real one-on-one because your teammates. That's your brother still. You know. But this particular day, the boys. I'm gonna have to show y'all the video later on. But the boys got real active,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had a story like that. I really only got one that I can think of right off rip. But like we going downtown. Obviously, this was around Halloween, so it had to be around the Georgia Florida game, probably the weekend before. No, it wasn't. It either had to be after or before because it was a Halloween party. That's how I remember it.
Mhm.
Because we always had our Halloween parties at this one specific club that I cannot even think about right now, the name of it. But we had our parties there. The whole night was going good. You feel me? You got your girls dressed up in their costume, us dressed up. I can't remember what the hell I was that year. But long story short, the night was going good, jumping, just having a good old time with the boys. Next thing you know, of course, the locals found out where we at. Now, if you haven't been to Athens or if you have been in Athens, you know
Number
that,
one party college in America.
yeah, they basically, the locals get, you feel me? We call them lokes, get mad because us as the football players coming there and all, the girls and everybody pretty much want to be around us. But, and they just, always just want to fight something, just do something stupid. So I can't remember the specifics of why it started, but some dude came in there like trying to like I think was either pushing or saying that he was gonna like, do something with a gun that he had or something and started something with one of the guys. And of course, hey, you gotta have a few little screws to play at the University of Georgia. That's all I gotta say. And they ain't going for it. They just ready for something to pop off. But it got to a point to where multiple of my teammates jumped in and whatnot. Now me, I'm just trying to vibe. You feel me? I've been at practice all week. You feel me? I really just go out to vibe. You feel me? I really just try to stay low. I may be serious and whatnot all the time, but when I'm out, I'm out. I'm just trying to vibe. So every time something like this happens, I try to protect my teammates because I don't want no shit to happen. Because this was also around the time that hell, we in the goddamn news for every little thing that we do because we had this one cop. His name was Super Cop because he always wanted to arrest the football players. He looked like he was like real jacked up. He looked like he was probably going getting ready for goddamn WWE or some shit, like on some roids and shit. He was a big white dude. Call him Super Cop. But they were always trying to arrest us and whatnot. But I'm sitting there trying to make sure that all of them were straight. So I'm sitting there, I'm just partying. So if you walk into the club, if I remember it correctly, it's like as soon as you walk in, there's a bar to the right. And when you walk in, there's like a little stairs where you can like, where people can stand. And then there's like the DJ booth. And then it goes into like a corner where there's another bar upstairs that you can walk up into, and there's another bar to the left too, because it's just like one section where it's like really like chill and whatnot, and you walk back a little bit further, almost like the dance floor, and you got a whole nother section up there where like a bar and whatnot. You can
Oh
get
yeah, I was
drinks
on
and
that Second
whatnot.
Street.
Yeah, yeah, you know what
I know
street we're
exactly
from.
where you. I know
Yeah,
exactly
so
where you
so
was
we was
at.
there. So we was vibing. So obviously we was probably in that. I was in the top corner all night. But
Mhm.
the incident happened in the corner to the left because I think there's a couple booths over there. I really don't go over there because it get real hot and crowded. Folks' breath start to kick after a few drinks. So you feel me? Try to stay out the section. You feel me? But the point of the matter is, it happened in that section, somewhat by the bar, in between that and the dance floor, to where they were starting to like get a little crazy. You feel me? So the only thing I know is 1 minute, like we good. The night is starting to end. It's like you could tell it's like probably an hour to 30 minutes before like the club closes and stuff. So we sitting there, we always leave like 45 to 30 minutes before it closed to figure out like what we doing, you feel me, the next move. So we in the midst of doing that. Next thing you know, I just see it start to clear out because folks just starting to do all this like crazy shit.
People
So I'm
started
seeing a whole bunch of
distributing
my
NyQuil.
listen. It was about to get that bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I had to get a few of my teammates, and I just grabbed their ass back and pushed all their ass back because you got these lokes that was sitting there trying to come up, and I was just like pushing everybody like fucking Debo, like get the fuck out of the way, like everybody move, trying to make sure that everybody was straight. Like, hey, we going, and there was also a back door, so I was telling all my teammates to hit the back door to go down the steps to get in their cars and shit, and I was directing everybody else to the front because I'm like, bruh. But long story short, the night was really wild because like niggas was really like I think they was already brawling at this point because like I said, I was up top and I just saw it clear out and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was just making sure everybody was straight. But
Mm.
yeah, but I there's a few stories like that at Athens.
Hey, Vic had to step away, probably. But I remember a specific night in UGA or Athens. I ended up thinking I was about to have to fight Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
I think I told Mike about this story, man.
No facts.
I think I might have been a junior. Was I a junior? Yeah, I think. Todd, what, class of 2012, I believe?
Sound about right.
Yeah, I might have been a junior in high school. Um, Obviously, I wasn't supposed to make it in that place. I'm not going to name the establishment. We were in Athens. If you know people, you can get in. I just
Facts.
if you know where you can get a fake. I mean, listen, man, it's back in the days. Oh, it's college. I'm pretty sure that can't happen no more. AI and all this camera surveillance, like they ain't going for that now. But back then, it's very accessible.
Yeah.
Uh,
Back then you can get it in there now.
yeah, and everybody go to Athens, turn up. You know what I'm saying? If you get that club and bar experience all in one. Well, this particular night, I'm in this like bar / club. I'm like, dancing, you know what I'm saying? Vibing. Like really vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh at this point in time, I hadn't hit my growth spurt yet. I was still fairly short. Fairly short meaning I was about 5'8", somewhere around there. No, not my junior year. Never mind. Ty just, I don't know, maybe he had on some wedges. I don't know. But Ty, for some reason, looked freakishly tall. Like,
Right.
I don't know why, but I'm dancing. He's right here. I'm right here. Didn't even notice him. His back is turned to me. My back is turned to him. But in front of me is Sony Michelle. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
no. In front of him is Sony Michelle, but Sony is facing, looking. So if like Sony's looking this way, my back is turned to Sony like that, and Ty is facing Sony. So in some kind of way, we dancing and like we bump back to back. I'm talking about like hard. You'd have thought somebody. I turned around like, bro, what? Oh, and I look at him. He look at me. He like, what's up, man? And just went on like dancing. Ty has a very high pitched voice, man. You know what I'm saying? Not
Facts.
intimidating at all. But in my mind, I'm like, God, I'm finna get jumped. And when I turned around, man, and looked at him, Sony was looking right beside him. You know what I'm saying? Sony had, has people with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell that young man business. I don't know what his situation was like in college. But he kind of laughed it off and just smiled, you know what I'm saying? And they dapped me up and we just parted on. But man, I that was a one time in Athens. It's finna go down with a UGA player.
Yeah,
Vic.
I'm not. There was. I know my time at UGA, bro. We always like going to one. We like going to Polly's. Shout out to my boy Ben. He's the owner of Polly's. He's the truth. He always looked out and shit. But we also like going to this bar called Silver. It's
Mhm.
called Silver Dollar, but we just call it Silver for short.
Yeah,
And we end up going to that bar a lot because it's on the corner. They always had good music, and we knew the bartenders and whatnot. You feel me? So it was always a vibe. So of
right.
course, where we go as football players, everybody else, just flocks towards us. So when we went in there, I just remember this one night, bro. We walked in there, bro. I don't know. I think I'm not gonna lie. We was probably we probably are already. This is this is in the past. We was probably already lit at that point. So you feel me? So I'm seeing everything. Like, is everything moving slow? I just see all now. Let me preface this by saying UGA is a predominantly white institution. So they were having one of these like frat sorority whatever you want to shindigs at this particular bar. When we walked in there, it was country. Halfway through us walking in there, first of all, as we were walking in there, it parted like the Red Sea. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody was just moving out our way because we just go to our specific spot. It went from country to rap real quick. So only thing you see real quick is a whole bunch of cowboy hats, white dresses, blue jeans. To all us, the football players, and everybody else that came with us or followed us there, and the scene switched like that. I'm saying that to say, in the process of me walking to the area, I just post up on the wall because I don't like too many people bumping into me and whatnot. But in this particular, and I always try to be respectful, even if I'm like a little, whatever. I'd be like, hey, excuse me, because I don't like to be rude.
Right.
Bro, these folks don't be giving a damn. So as I'm walking to where I'm going, I just pushed their ass out the goddamn way because they was just starting to get on my nerves because it was already at that point of night where I'm sitting there irritated. So I'm just mushing every goddamn motherfucker in my way. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I be thinking them folks a little racist a little bit. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Hey, we gon' that's gonna be for another episode because there's some stories about that. Vic, before we got off, you know what I'm saying, before we end, any action happen? Anybody get NyQuil in at Peru State?
Look, I was a pretty chill guy at my college, but I did have there was two females that was trying to mess with me, basically, and
I know what the story's at.
definitely seen some girls throw some bows at my school. It was right in front of me. I'm
Hey,
talking.
if you can get two women to fight over you, brother, you might as well go into sales.
No,
Facts though.
that was a very toxic point in my life. I won't be going back, but that was look look that was super crazy. I ain't ever seen nothing like that. Look, I was like, bro, for real? I'm talking. They was mushed her head into a mirror right in front of me. Like it was insane. And
Everybody
college
done
was
cut it.
insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was different time for sure. But yeah, bro, I wasn't hitting them tutus in college, bro. It wasn't for me.
I'm dead.
It wasn't for me.
But man, so that's gonna be our end tonight. Just a little insight of who you are, a couple stories.
Mhm.
Um, again, this is the real understands everything, aka True Talk, where you gonna hear the real and raw. Um, I want to tell y'all our next episode we will be back at it with another guest. Um, I appreciate everybody that's been following us up until this point. And I want to give a little update. As of right now, you know, the Instagram follows may not reflect just yet, you know what I'm saying, but it's coming. But right now we're sitting at 50K engagements on our dashboard. And we're currently working on a few sponsorships that's coming real soon. Maybe it happened by the end of this season, or maybe it happened for season 2 when we come back. But yeah, man, it's been a process. Again, I'm glad we was able to kind of reintroduce ourselves again, little stories. You know, as we progress with this thing, you know, we will get more deeper into certain topics. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's gonna be some times where we do give out our relationship advice. We do give out mental health advice. But for right now, we're just gonna keep it real and raw what we've been through. Can't tell you how to live your life and what you do, but we can tell you what we do.
Facts.
And hopefully our stories inspire, keep y'all entertained. You know what I'm saying? So again, thank y'all for tuning in with us for episode 6. We'll see y'all again next Friday for episode 7 with a guest. I can give y'all a hint. We have a celebrity stylist coming on. Style people from, we talking Glorilla, Meg Thee Stallion, Gunna, Young Thug, rest in peace, Lil Key. Like, we got a banger coming. You know what I mean?
No, facts.
Pause. But but yeah,
Now,
man,
wait.
y'all tune in, y'all stay with us. Again, man, and that's how we're gonna end this.
Then out on my side, I see no cap. I got a
Alright.